Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Sunday, October 8th. So we are back for another weekly update, and I have a whole paper full of stuff. So let's just get right into it. I hope you guys have all had a good week. I had a good week. Yeah, good week. Got lots of stitching, not stitching. I got more diamond painting done than anything, but I did get some stitching done, which I will show you. Questions. So sometimes I will receive a question that I don't know if the person that asked it really thought through the question. Because, there's a way to say something and then there's a way to say something. So I had someone direct message me on Instagram because I check my Instagram like once a day now for messages. And they said, I went looking for your just cross stitch Halloween 2023 video and I didn't see one. Is everything okay? It's not like you not to do a video. And I'm not sure why that bothered me so much. I guess I'm bothered only because the expectation and pressure that is put on creators. So I feel like another way to word that would have been, hey, are you going to be doing a flip through of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2023 issue? Easy enough. Instead of saying, is everything okay, which might be concern on their part, but then it also begs the question, I'm guessing you aren't really watching my videos, because if you are, I'm pretty sure when that issue came out, which was in the middle of summer, I remember not really finding too many things I wanted to stitch in it, but I think I showed a couple that I did and I said I had purchased it. So yeah. I do one video a week now. I mean, I do have bonus videos here and there, but I truly have no desire to do flip throughs of magazines anymore. I didn't even do the ornament issue. I did show you guys, though, the ones that I liked. There are other people on YouTube that have done those videos that are doing, the flip throughs. Yeah. Okay, so the next question was, how do I attach the perforated paper to that Salem Sisters board? So I think when I do my next fully finished with the Autumn Quaker, I'm going to try to film it and show you guys how I do put the perforated paper on, because I have a cutting board for that one. So, and I answered the person. What I do is I back it with cardstock, so you can't see the holes, and so it's easy to attach. I can then put adhesive on the cardstock. What I do use is this, my Xyron 9-inch Creative Station, and it puts adhesive on the back. Now, I learned, over time of doing this, that I run it through twice in that machine, the cardstock piece. That way there's adhesive on both sides, because I need adhesive on one side to stick the perforated paper on, and then I need adhesive on the other side of the cardstock to stick then that sandwich basically onto the board. And that's how I stitched. That's how I put all of my stuff on those finishes, like the scrapbook paper. And I found it so funny. I posted a picture of that finish in the Primrose Cottage Stitches Facebook group. And I had like 2 or 3 people say, oh, I love that fabric. You must not have read the thing. I said I stitched it on paper. I don't know. I think sometimes people are really either overwhelmed or there's so much to read on social media that you read quickly and don't really absorb what the person is saying in the post. Because, some of these questions that I get, I've gotten 8 million times. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. So someone else watching some of my old videos said the ending with one strand on the front, the method didn't work for them. And I had done that video I want to say it was a year ago at least. And so they said every time they just like touched their needle to the stitch, it would come out. So it prompted me to go watch the video because I was like, I'm really curious what I said. Because when I tell you that over the course of my 7 years, I've probably recorded 2,000 videos or more, some videos, I don't remember what I said. It's like when my boss is asking me a question about a job we did 3 weeks ago. Well, we've had like 12 jobs since then. So that's out of my head, right? Yeah. It's not always easy to remember all of that stuff. So I went and I watched the video, and I'm so glad I did because right in the beginning of the video, I said, you know, everyone has a different way of doing this. And even in my video, I did it differently than the video I had watched and had inspiration from. So I encourage everyone to go look for other videos that are doing that same technique or whatever technique you're looking for, because no doubt there are others, and there were. And like I said, I responded to that person and said that. But I was really glad I went back and watched my video because I didn't act like my end was the end all to be all. My way was the best way. All right, what size glue dots do I use? So I'm going to show you now I use these for scrapbooking. This is the whole reason I had these. These are the actual Glue Dots company, and it's the mini dots, the 3/16 inch. So when I say that these are a budget-friendly option for people, it absolutely is, because there are 300 pieces in this box, and I want to say it was $9 or something on Amazon. And I only use one glue dot in my pen, and so far it lasts me a month. I told Bill about that the other day, and he was like, "Oh," and I said, "Yeah." Budget friendly, because I realized that not everyone is able to purchase the more gourmet, let's say. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. The putties and the waxes and stuff that are out there, that's not the pink wax that comes in your kit. This is a budget friendly option. So those are the ones I use, the mini. And another question, what size mesh ruler do I use? This is another question that I've received quite a bit. I bought 3 sizes of rulers from Donnie, Drill Pen Frenzy. I bought the 140, the 140.5, and the 141, only because I have some older Diamond Art Club kits, which they changed their gridding over time. So I feel like with the older kits, like I have a Mandy Manzano Sugar Plum Fairy. You know, those are some old kits. I have Princess Diana. I still have some really old ones to do. And I wanted the 3 sizes. The size I feel like I use the most, and I only do round diamond painting, so I'm only using the round mesh ruler, is the 140. That is the one that I used on Tea Rose Fairy, and I'm using on this current one that I'm doing, Queen of the Snow Fairies. I think that's the name of it. I'm pretty sure it is. And, you know, speaking of mesh rulers, there is a new mesh ruler out there. Someone on Instagram alerted me to it, and it's longer. Like the one I have will fit a section. What I wish, I don't need one that's longer, and I'm not going to be purchasing that. I don't need one that goes all the way across the canvas. The ruler I bought from Donnie, each of them was $17. This longer one is $26. I want one that's wider this way, because what happens is when I put the mesh ruler down, the sections that I have, I want to say, I forget what the size of the release paper is, but inevitably I have to do section and then move the ruler down to complete it. It isn't big enough where I can do the whole section. That would be my dream. I want one that's wider this way, not this way. And then the last question I received was, how do I calculate fabric size from the stitch count? I have received this question also quite a bit, so much so that a while ago I did a video. I have a whole playlist for like beginner cross stitch, and it's in the description box. And one of the videos was, how do you do the stitch, how you calculate the fabric size from your stitch count. And it actually is just basic math. You know, let's say, For ease of sake, let's say you have a piece that's 42 stitches wide by 42 stitches high. If you're stitching that on 14 count, you would divide it. So 42 divided by 14 is 3. So 3 by 3. But that is just your stitched area. Depending on how much border you want around the outside, you have to add inches to each side, and that will give you the fabric size. So I tried to explain that to this person, and I led them to my video, because the video they had watched, I forget what it was. Oh, it was how do you start in the corner versus in the middle for a pattern. And I realize people are beginners and have no idea, but man, I feel like I really put forth the effort years ago in trying to do these videos for people that have never stitched before. All right, that was the last question I had. I had quite a bit this week. All right, movies and TV this week. I have watched some movies and TV, let me tell you. I am still watching Dance Moms. I am at the end of season 4. I feel like these moms need Jesus. Wow. And so Bill laughs when I say that I watch this show. And he's like, oh, are the kids brats? And I said, no, it's not the kids. It's the moms. It's not the kids at all. The kids are wonderful. Good dancers, beautiful little girls. The moms, hot mess. Bill and I like to watch 2020 together, which I'm so glad about because, most of the TV that Bill and I watch together is reality TV. Now, 2020 is, but that's like real life stuff. Like we're always trying to guess it. And I'm always putting forth, like in the beginning, I will guess who did it. And most of the time I'm right, because how much true crime have I watched or seen, right? But we watched this one called Happily Never After. And I was just screaming at the TV throughout the episode. Oh my. If you have a chance to watch it. And then a bunch of our shows came back. So we've still been watching Big Brother. We enjoy that very much. But Shark Tank came back. Name That Tune, Bachelor in Paradise, The Golden Bachelor, Hell's Kitchen. We watched all that this week. And all of those shows come on like Thursday, Friday. So like Friday, Saturday, we were killing it with watching stuff like that. And then I went ahead and watched 2 movies this weekend. So Jill had watched a movie on Hulu called No One Will Save You. And she said, this movie was horrible. And at the end of it, I had to go look up the ending on Google. And I said, well, I have to watch it now, right? I had to do the same thing. I was 10 minutes in and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? What am I watching here? But I watch anything when I'm stitching, right? I will. And especially because I already pay for Hulu. So watching, it gets to the end and I'm like, what? So I had to do the same thing. I went and I looked at the ending and then I messaged her and we were just dying laughing. But then the other movie I watched last night, there are a couple movies when people suggest movies to me, I'll go to the Netflix or I'll go to Hulu and I will put them in my playlist. There's a couple movies and I think I'm going to watch one tonight that's on there because I'm off work tomorrow for the Columbus Day holiday. So I'll be able to stay up a little bit and stitch. I watched last night Paradise. This is on Netflix and this was recommended by my friend Cindy. It is about, and I want to say it's in the future. This company has scientifically figured out a way to pull lives out of you, years of your life, I should say. And for people who are really rich, they can buy it and become younger and stay young forever. People who sell the years of their life need money for collateral on an apartment or to give their family a better life or something like that. So, there are 20-somethings out there selling years of their life. And when you go through it, you immediately change to that age. OMG, because it begs the question, would you sell years of your life? So Bill came in to tell me goodnight. And I said to him, watching this movie, would you sell years of your life? And he says, absolutely not. Well, if you were up against the 8 ball, like some of these people are in this movie. Oh, wow. The ending though, The movie was just, it definitely was shocking to me. The concepts that people come up with, right? Fascinating. So that was all the movies and TV that I watched this week. Books. I finished Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult. If I could give that book 100 stars, I would. Love that book. Absolutely fantastic. Love, 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 love. I love her writing, and she actually wrote it with another person. I want to say it was Jennifer Finney something. Why is it saying someone's at my door? Don't know what that is. That was the ring thing going off. Okay. I started reading, and another book came in at the library. I started reading Carol Goodman's Bones of the Story, and it's about this death that happened at a college. I love her stories too. I've read every single one of her books that she has written. I am past my 60 goal mark on Goodreads, and I'm so grateful every single day that I love to read, because man, does it make my brain just work and think and come up with ideas and stuff, right? All right, gifts. So I received 2 super thanks from 2 wonderful people. I received a $10 super thanks from my friend Sandra, and I received a $15 super thanks from Nareda Laro. Now, Nareda is going through a medical issue that prayers and all of the good thoughts. Nareda, I want to say, is 72. And to have to go through this issue at that age, I can't even imagine. But she's a trooper, and her and I messaged back and forth for a little bit on Friday, I think it was. No, Thursday. And she's been a wonderful subscriber and viewer over the years on my channel. So I wish her all the best. Absolutely. Okay, and then my friend Becky. So my friend Becky is so wonderful. She sent me a gift box of stuff. So the first thing she sent, when I opened the box, this is the first thing I saw. 2 bags of caramels, which I have killed these. The Werther's soft caramels are my favorite, and these are seasonal. Cinnamon cream. It is like, it's not like the cinnamon from like a Fireball candy. It is like the perfect amount of cinnamon, and it's just like, it explodes in your mouth. Like, it's so good. Yeah, these are almost gone. And then she sent pumpkin spice ones. Dude, you can get your hands on any of these. Highly recommend. She also sent me 2 pieces of fabric, which I was very, very happy about. This is Stitcher's, from Stitcher's Paradise. Oh, this is Picture This Plus Flapper 28 count Lugana. So a beautiful purple. Can't wait to use that. And then a Bee Stitched Me Sunstone. This is also 28 count Lugana, because she knows I love that fabric. So love, love, love. And then she sent, this is Neon Barbie Pink. These look like diamonds, like diamond painting diamonds. Neon Barbie Pink. And then Round Tiffany Blue Crystals. Oh, they're beautiful. So if you want to add any, you know, little doodads to stuff. So love. But the books I was most excited about. She belongs to Book of the Month Club. And when she's done reading them, she'll pass them on to me. And then what I do is I have been donating them to the library, because I don't keep any hardcover books except my Stephen King ones that I inherited from Bill's mom when she passed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. The Whisper Man by Alex North. Where do I can put these? Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I have read another one of her books, and the ending, mouth fell open. So looking forward to that one. Now, I will save this one. This is a Stephen King one, Holly. Bill was like, ooh, that's a Stephen King. You need to save that. Yes, I will save this one and add it to my collection. The cover of that feels really velvety. I love that. The Woman in the Dark by Vanessa Savage. So I got some reading to do. And you know, I love reading on my Kindle, don't get me wrong, but it sometimes is really nice to hold a physical book in your hands. Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, and she told me that this was about Ted Bundy. So excited to read that. And then she sent me this book that she said is really old. Let me see if there's a year in here. She has her name written in it. 2003, so 20 years old. Bible Answers for Almost All Your Questions. So when you open it, they're literally question and then a passage of an answer. And there's even an index in the back. So I loved that so very much that she was willing to pass that on to me. So Becky, thank you so much for all of that love. Love everything she sent. And then I actually, so purchases. So last week, I know I mentioned I watched the movie Fireproof with Kirk Cameron, done by the Kendrick brothers, about marriage and navigating it. And I actually bought the book, The Love Dare, that is used in the movie. And I bought mine used off of Amazon because it was only like $1 or something. And what's awesome is that there are highlighting through it from whoever else did this before. So can't wait to go ahead and start reading this and putting that to use. And then I did purchase a cross stitch pattern. So Wild Violet Cross Stitch, the owner designer is named Ryan, and I've actually met her. I met her at the Stitch New Jersey retreat a couple years ago. Wonderful woman. And her patterns are so very cute. And this one just caught my eye and I loved it so much. And what's nice about these is you can download these for free. She doesn't charge you, but she would like a donation. So you have the choice of donating or for free. And this one is Bewitched Moonlight Flight. I just loved and thought this was so utterly cute. And I love the frame that this is put in. Love, love, love. And then what I also love too is that in her pattern, she includes the pattern in color or in just black and white symbols. So I have become a color convert. I used to hate color patterns. And then I think I stitched a Primrose Cottage stitches and I was sold. So now I sort of dislike just the black and white ones. It's amazing how we change over time, right? All right, finishes and whips. No finishes. I do have some whips. Just one. I'm still working on Primrose Cottage Stitches Autumn Quaker on white 14 count perforated paper and using the called for thread, which is Color and Cotton's Pumpkin Pie. And I've gotten quite a bit done this week, I feel like. Yeah, isn't it looking so good? So I finished this last night while I watched that movie Paradise. And so then I came over here and did this. So I think I'm going to do the motif that's down here. Yeah, I love this one so much. It just looks really beautiful with the thread and the motifs. I love Quaker stuff. Those really big Quakers that people do, I love, love, love them, but this is more my style. So I'm enjoying working on that very much. And I will show you the diamond painting because I got done a lot of diamond painting since last week. So I'm going to show you that in a second. But I just wanted to mention one more thing. My mom, who was turning 69 in 2 weeks, she actually started a makeup and hair tips Facebook group for women over 50. And she messaged me the other day and she was like, well, you're close enough because I'm going to be 50 next May. She said, you know, my mom's the only admin. And so she added me to the group. I had actually posted it on, I had shared it to Facebook and got some people for her. But I promised I would mention it on here because I will link it down below. There's no pressure. People post, you can post. I posted a bunch of things about how I want to get the pink in my hair, what I use for my nails, the eyelash serum that I use. I posted a bunch of stuff and the ladies are all very, very nice. And the group is private. So you have to be invited and accepted. Because my mom said, you know, in some of the public groups, people are just nasty. And, you know, women in our society, when you think about it, the pressure to wear makeup and have your hair fixed and all of that is great. So having this group, especially as you get older, I think is pretty invaluable. And I feel like my mom is beautiful, and my mom looks really wonderful for being almost 70 years old. She doesn't have too many wrinkles. You know, that's in our genes. My grandmother was the same way. And when my grandmother was 90, she hardly had a wrinkle on her face. And they don't go in the sun. I mean, yeah. So I'm very grateful as far as that for my skin. So go check the group out if you want to, and join if you're so inclined. But lastly, let's look at the diamond painting, because I love this diamond painting so much. And I think though, and I think I tried this before, but I'm going to try it again. I pulled out, my next one is going to be poinsettia pixie, because I want to have that one done for Christmas. And I'm dying to do a Hannah Lynn again. So when I get to the bottom of a diamond painting, because I've rolled it up so much over the course of the diamond painting, the bottom of it, the paper, the release papers crinkle and roll. I know I tried before to leave the clear cover on and just put the release papers as I got to the row. I don't remember why I stopped doing that. Someone can enlighten me maybe, because I know I talked about it in a video. I'm going to try it for the next one, where I only cut the release paper, I only cut the plastic paper, the plastic cover, as I'm going along, instead of putting release papers on the whole thing. That will prevent the curling, because the clear cover will not curl like that and peel up and all of that. So we're going to see. But without further ado, go peek at Queen of the Snow Fairies. Let me move the chair back so you can get the full effect here. Can you even? The purples and pinks are so beautiful in this one. So I got done like 1.5 complete rows. I mean, I got done a lot. I absolutely love the AB diamonds in her hair, and just the pinks and the purples. It's so beautiful. So you can see here what I'm talking about with the mesh ruler. See how I wish it was wider, you know, the other way, because I will do that section and then I have to move it down to finish the section. But I'm just thankful to be using the mesh roller at all, but it would be nice if it was a little bit bigger that way. But yeah, don't you love it? I love it. I love it so, 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 so much. So stay tuned tomorrow for another bonus video. I'm going to be unboxing another Diamond Art Club painting that I purchased last Saturday. Very excited about that one too. It's a Halloween one and it's beautiful. So I hope you guys all have a good upcoming week. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.